Okay, now explain it.
So, like, I said that's what he said. So then, like, if you were to bend over and then the doctor puts on his glove and then puts lubricant on his fingers.
Do you ever tell the doctor no glove, no love when he's trying to get up in there and touch you with nothing?
No, sometimes they say no glove, no lube.
Huh. You don't want
Sometimes
it
I like
either?
it's like barbecue. Sometimes I like a dry rub.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. What are we even talking about? This is a Christian ska show.
Is it? I don't think it's either.
Yeah, it is.
Is it either?
100%.
You say either or either. Joe,
No, you say ether.
have you ever said, I realize like most people say tomato, but have you ever said tomato?
I say a tomatillo.
Have you ever caught yourself instead of being like, you want to go shuck some oysters? You're like, do you want to go shuck some oysters? You ever say that?
No, I haven't. But that oyster, that is something that certain people say.
I would punch that person. I would just be like, let's call the whole thing off. I would say that. I'd probably sing a song about it.
Is there a dialect thing there in Virginia that you're not too fond of certain words?
You know what? It doesn't bother me terribly. You know what bothers me? How they say Shenandoah. It's obviously spelled Shenandoah, but they say Shenandoah. Both are mispronunciations because it's an Iroquois word, Zinadoa, and it means daughter of the stars. But we're both saying it wrong. It's just that then spell it that way. Spell with an A, but they don't. They're like Shenandoah. I work at Shenandoah Nursing, and they're like Shenandoah, and I can't. And I can't stop saying you guys.
You're like, I gotta say Zenandoah. Like how the original Iroquois.
The Iroquois.
Pronounce. The original Iroquois.
The Iroquois. Nation.
The nation. Onion. Michigan. There's some goofy, like, little dialect things here in Michigan.
Oh, are there? I'm going to tell you, I figured out the Lake Erie accent because last week I went to
But that's Erie. That ain't Michigan.
Oh, you're not bordering Lake Erie? Did you somehow move your state over?
We are, but we're not that. Go ahead with what you're saying.
It's not sound like this. You sound like this. It's not how you say words like atom. It's how much of it comes out through your sinuses. That's what I noticed hanging out with all these people from Cleveland, all along the northern Ohio and Michigan people, how they were saying it. And I always be like, it's atom, but it's like, it just goes right out through your nose. It's how you say vowels. And it like, I can't copy it. I'm going to have to work on it. But like,
I know what you're saying.
It's bad. It's hot. Like if a girl sounds like that, I'm just like, ooh.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
See, that's a turnoff to me.
Well, it's hot.
Like that.
I think it's hot.
I'm not like a fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
If
you know what I'm saying?
Heidi had that type of accent, I would be like,
Heidi does have that type of accent. It's just
she does not.
Yes, she does. I've heard her talk.
She has a different altogether. Like I always tease her because she doesn't, any word that has TT in it, she doesn't pronounce it. So like button, mitten, kitten.
Uh-huh.
And so like we kind of call it like lazy Michigan speech, like lazy Michigan speech. The kitten was playing with a button that came off my mitten.
People make fun of people from Denver for dropping the last vowel, especially T's. Like if I'm saying yacht rock, I always say yacht rock. And people are like, what did you say? How do you spell that? Yaugh? But I think it's
Yo.
from the same. It's the same. All the people from Denver are from Chicago or Ohio.
Yeah, I would say like we have the same dialect. Like our dialect is closer
Yeah.
than it is like us to Georgia or us to California or us to Texas or,
Uh-huh.
it's like that Midwest. And I guess I would consider Denver Midwest.
Denver is the West. I'm going to correct you. Like if
So
you're going to write a book about cowboys, it's going to start right fucking there. It's the West. You're not going to be like Nevada. You're also the Midwest. Where does
no,
it start?
I agree with you. I do agree with you. If I
Maybe
had
it's like
to,
Deadwood, Kansas. You're like there. Start it. That's the
So-
West. Midwest is like corn.
what I'm saying,
corn people.
I'm not saying geography. I'm saying dialect, speech.
Yeah, I hear you.
It like Denver would be grouped in with the dialect of like the Midwest.
Joyce,
Like you guys aren't like, you don't have that California kind of drawl. You don't have the Georgia. Like we kind of all have the same. There might be a word here, a word there that might be a little different, but
it's very
that
similar.
Erie, Pennsylvania, you kind of said it. Like I know you can work on it, but what you used to always make fun of, like the hey Adam, get out of the bathroom, or I'm gonna call the cops. Like that's definitely a thing.
Yeah. Adam,
So
I can't. I gotta hang out with them. I want to do this. I want to immerse myself with the people of Northern Ohio.
you just quit your job. You just quit your job and you move to northwestern Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm trying to get better lighting, Joe. Did you see me last week? I had good lighting.
I need to get good lighting as well because the light here is behind me.
Yeah.
So if I sit like this, it's dark.
Right.
If I go back, but then, look at this. Look at my face now.
I thought I was speaking to the Pope for a second.
I have a show that Heidi and I watched the other day that was fascinating, and I think you need to watch it with your kids because I think it will be fun for them.
Okay.
It is a documentary that came out last week on Netflix, and it's called Gold and Greed.
Okay.
And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Donald Trump's toilets, his bathrooms.
About 10 years ago, this dude from New Mexico put out a book. And in the book, he put a poem. And the poem is a treasure map to a little wooden box that he hid somewhere in the Rockies.
I don't know anything about this, but what? Yes.
Yeah. So this dude, he lived a life. He lived a life, and he was like 80 years old. And he was like, I want to pass something on. I want to awaken in people this sense of adventure because everybody's inside. Everybody's playing video games and on their phones. So this dude took this.
Playing video games.
Yeah. And so he took this wooden box and he filled it with like gold nuggets, old gold coins, gold bracelets, all sorts of stuff. And he hid it in the Rockies. And all he said is it's like somewhere in the Rockies. And you had to buy his book, and his book had the book is called Thrill of the Chase. The guy's name is Forrest Fenn. Fenn. Forrest Fenn. So
you think it's real?
Oh, it is real. It's done. It's over with.
They found
Someone found the box. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, spoiler. Oh, shoot. Daniel, you got to take that out.
Why? You're trying to get people to get out there and looking for it so you can.
No. Because it gives, if you watch the documentary, I mean, it doesn't give it away.
At the end of the documentary, you find out that it's been found.
So the box is found, correct?
Do you
at the
know
end of
about
it.
the Beale cipher?
Yes.
Have we talked about this? The Beale,
No.
Beale cipher. Does it talk about that in that documentary?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Because it's
Yes.
fake. I think it's completely fake. But I still want to look for it, and I live near there.
Oh, maybe I don't know what you're talking about. In this thing, so in this documentary, guy hides this box full of stuff, estimated between $1 and $5 million.
Wow.
Hides it somewhere in the Rockies.
I could use that.
Types out his memoir, has his memoir, and says, nobody's going to buy my book, but they will if there's a treasure map in it. So he does a poem, and this poem is 9 verses, and each verse is a clue.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the first couple years, as this book is taken off, people are getting it, people are searching for this treasure. Then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Suddenly he's doing monthly things on Good Morning America. Like he'll do like a monthly clue, like an additional clue.
Really?
All this stuff. Yeah. And so it got huge. And so this is like, I think where your kids would find it like very cool. It's clean. Like there's a couple of swear words in it, but like, as far as like a family watching it, it's very family friendly. That was very eerie.
You did it.
I did.
You did
And the
it,
reason
Joe.
I did it is because I'm a little stuffed up. And so I think that's how it came out that way. And I knew it came out that way because I
But,
even
like,
heard it.
The guys don't get it so much. Women, it's like
Women, it's more of
straight.
a women thing. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so
Yeah.
hot. So hot.
Oh, anyway, so this dude started doing more stuff. 10 years, no one found the box, right?
Mhm.
No one found the box for 10 years.
He was
Well,
still alive during this?
He was still alive.
Okay.
And I don't want to give it all away. I've already given away a bit too much. But it goes on. But then at the end of the documentary is another mind blower. And that is what I think your kids would enjoy if they get into the documentary. And I think it's 3 episodes. I think each episode is about 45 minutes.
Okay.
So you can like watch it in an afternoon, or an evening, or rainy evening, whatever. And so when you get into it with your kids, like even Heidi and I watching it, she's like, who do you think is going to find it? Who do you think? And we're kind of going and we're talking about the clues, what we think it means. And then the end. Boom.
Okay. There's some sort
gotta
of
watch
boom.
You got to watch it. It's a great, and if you guys are listening, watch it with your family, watch it with your husband, your wife.
I'm going to watch it with my husband.
Yeah. Watch it with whoever, man. Go down to the nursing home, watch it with them. It's a really good, like Netflix. I think their documentaries, they either hit really well or they don't. And for a while, I feel like they haven't been hitting.
Okay.
But this one's a good one.
Okay. I will watch it. And then what I was talking about, the Beale ciphers. BEALECIPHERS. Beale ciphers. I don't remember how I figured this out, but like it came out in like 1819, 1821. This guy, before the Civil War, claimed to have, so this is what Wikipedia says. The Beale ciphers are a set of 3 ciphered texts, one of which allegedly states the location of a buried treasure of gold, silver, and jewels, estimated to be worth over $43 million as of January 2018. Probably not so much anymore since the market tanked. Thank you, Donald Trump. Comprising 3 ciphertexts. The first, unsolved text, describes the location. The second, solved ciphertext, accounts the context of the treasure. And the third, unsolved, lists the names of the treasure's owners and their next of kin. So one was solved, and it was like, forget, like you could figure out, it was just like numbers, and you could figure it out by looking at some book, like it was the Bible or the Constitution, and you'd be like, okay, the 143rd word is this. The second word is this. Second word is this. 149th this, and then it listed out like what it is in Bedford County, Virginia. So a lot of people think it's fake. Like this guy was just trying to sell this pamphlet off by saying, "Hey, here's a way to find hidden treasure." But there are a ton of people that claim like they've deciphered it, they found it, they dug it up, it's real. Then there's tons of people that keep looking. It's so like if it's fake, this guy, I hope he got rich off of it, because it really got in people's heads. It's still in their heads.
Same with this one.
Yeah.
Same with this one. You'll see in this documentary that like people can't let it go.
No. Like,
but when you said the Beale cipher, there is so as people were trying to unlock where and figure out where this treasure was, one guy said that he created a cipher for the poem. And by using this cipher on the poem, he was able to figure out this, like, these hidden clues, stuff like that. So that's what I thought you were saying. I didn't know. I thought it was called a Beale cipher was the name of a cipher.
No, it is. And I imagine that this probably inspired that guy. There's like all kinds of crazy speculation over it, that like Edgar Allan Poe wrote it, because he was like in the area at the time. He went to the University of Virginia. So maybe like Beale County, Virginia is down. It's like east of Roanoke. It's a bad place. It's like, it's where deliverance happened, pretty much. I don't know. Check it out. It's fun. But I don't know. Like, I'm like, it's fake. But then there's part of me is like, but wouldn't it be cool? She just went around there with a metal detector. That's how I.
Because nobody else has thought of that.
Nobody has. Have they used
I'm gonna find it.
Have they used that weird radar thing yet on Beale County to find out? You know what they found out? The chambers under the pyramids. Have you heard about that?
I recently received my metal detector from my JCPenney Christmas catalog. And I'm looking to break this thing in. I'm looking to get some real miles on this.
Did you ever get a metal detector, Joe?
No, I wanted one when I was a kid. And then as I grew up, I thought those are stupid. And then now as an adult, I'm like, it'd be cool to have one again.
I bought one like when I was in 6th grade. It was like all my money. It was like $80. It was not, and that was a cheapo one. And it couldn't find shit. And I think my mom threw it away. Yeah.
Do you want to hear another story?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the whole story of Grimm and crossing the Rainbow Bridge? All right. Are our listeners and you ready to hear the story of Grimm crossing the bridge?
I'm not ready, but I need to listen to you, and I'm ready.
Well,
I'm ready to be your friend here.
Grimm would have wanted us to share the story. Similar to me, when I go, I don't want people crying or upset. I want people to use however I pass in jokes. I want people to have a good time and all that stuff. And so I think Grimm would want this. So last Tuesday, so right now we're recording on Monday. I believe today is the 4th, correct? No, not even close.
7th.
Today's the 7th.
The
So
third,
April 7th?
fourth in April.
Yeah. So April 1st, it was April Fool's Day, the day that I had to take Grim. And so I took Grim to the vet, but here's one of the weird things. Gunner, our lab, had a surgery. He had like a growth, like a tumor taken out of his shoulder, and it wasn't healing. So he had to go and get his staples checked to make sure that that was healing well. Well, I asked him, I was like, is this weird? This is going to be a weird question. I said, would it be possible to, when Gunner has his staples checked, if I could bring my other dog to be put down? And the lady looked at me like I was from another planet called Cold Hearted.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe.
Yeah. So I was like, oh no, like right off the rip, I was like, oh boy. And she's like, well, yeah, I guess we could do that. I was like, I live like an hour away and I don't want to have to do 2 trips. So get down there. Heidi, I pick her up from work. We're going to go together. Pick her up. We drive to the vet where my buddy is the vet, Mike Dirk-Kevorkian, Maple Veterinary Hospital in Troy, Michigan.
Did you say his name is Mike Dirk-Kevorkian?
Dirk-Kevorkian, yeah.
Kevorkian.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Never mind. Keep going.
And so we get there, and at this vet, when you pull in, you call and you say that you're there, and then they come out and get your pet, unless you want to go in. So certain things you have to go in. Obviously, for what we were there, we would have to go in. So we pull up in the lot and we call the number, and I'm like, hey, I had a 3:00 appointment. One of our dogs is getting his staples looked at. Our other dog is here for something a little bit worse. And she was like, oh, okay. And I go, but we're here a little early. Our appointment's at 3:00 and it was like 2:40. And she's like, oh, I got you right here. And she's on speakerphone. And she goes, are you here with Momo and Suki? Which at that point, Heidi and I start cracking up. And we're like, no, we're here with Gunner and Grimson. So she's like, all right, my bad. I see you here. So we go in there, we go into the little room, and we go into like the little dog room there where all of these things happen. There's like a little bed.
Hey man, I'm glad you said that, because Momo and Suki would have had a completely different outcome.
Experience. Like they would have come to get their nails and ears cleaned and left in a body bag.
Suki would not be with us anymore.
No. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, understand that I have worked through my grief. I have shed many, many, many tears. I am just not callous and cold-hearted. I do have to say, when I get around funerals or death, I get weird and awkward and make lots of jokes. That's a defense mechanism I have. But right now, telling this story a week later, I have shed tears. I was very sad, very, very, very sad that Grim passed. My mourning is over. I understand, everything that transpired, that quality of life, everything like that. So I'm in a good place where I can tell this story right now. So we go in the room and Grim's like, walking in, with us. Now, mind you, just to back it up, the reason I'm taking Grim in, English Bulldogs live like 8 to 10 years. He's 13. His one eye is a little milky. He's kind of lost some of his vision. He's deaf. So he's kind of blind. He's deaf. He has a horrible limp in his right front leg, a really bad limp. And it ain't healing. It hasn't healed in a year. It's not healing. He's an old dog. He started falling down stairs. So if he goes down any more than about 3 or 4 steps, he falls down the rest. He can't support himself, like going down.
And you
He-
were saying he has like dementia. Like he'll
Yeah.
get up and he won't know where he's at.
Yeah, he has what they call what we were told is called canine dementia. So there's little windows where he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know where he is. He'll stand in a corner like of cabinets and just stare from 2 inches away for 10 minutes. Just sit there in a corner. He'll go outside. He'll fall down the steps. He'll go to the bathroom, and then he won't know where he is. So he'll just start barking until you open the front door. And then when you're like, what are you barking at? He hears your voice kinda, or he sees the light or he sees whatever. And then he turns and he's like, oh, that's where I need to go. So then he'd come back to the house. So he had a lot of like health things going on. Nothing that was terminal, but all these different things that kind of lowered his quality of life.
Yeah.
So we make the decision, are we just going to let this keep going and his quality gets worse and worse and worse? And then I'm taking in a bag of bones, or I'm taking him in when it's DEFCON 5, like all of a sudden 2 in the morning, he's pooping blood. Like what's going to get worse? Like you know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to wait until he's at the very end of his life. Like, let's do this controlled and let's do this logically. So we take him in. So we get in there. The technician comes in to explain to us what's going to happen. She's like, we're going to take Gunner. We're going to check his staples. At the same time, we'll take Grim and we'll put the IV in him and bring him back. And she goes, so we'll take them both. We'll knock them both. We'll knock them out both at the same time. And so I look at Heidi and I go,
convenient for them.
Yeah, I look at Heidi and I go, oh, pun intended. And the look on the girl's face, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, poor choice of words. And we're like, it's okay. Like, we're laughing. She means take care of 2 things at one time, but she says we'll knock them both out. So right there, right off the rip, we're making her feel uncomfortable.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. So leave, they bring Gunner back. Heidi takes Gunner to the car, comes back in. Now it's me, Grim, Heidi, my buddy Mikey comes in, and then like the nurse technician. So we say our goodbyes and everything. I'm patting him, I'm kissing him. Heidi's patting him and stuff like that. They do the first shot, puts him to sleep. Do the second shot, puts him out. Technician gets up and walks out. And then my buddy Mike is like, feel free to obviously be with Grim as long as you need to be with him. Extremely kind, extremely caring and compassionate. And he says, when you're done, because I wasn't taking Grim's body. They were taking him. And so he's like, when you're all set and you're ready, he goes, just open the door and call one of us and we'll come in here. And so, of course, being in this awkward, weird, deathy moment where I have to crack jokes, there was a large trash can in the room, like a large metal trash can with a flip top lid. So I made the joke of, before we leave, should I put him in the trash can? Like when you're leaving McDonald's and you just kind of put your food in the trash. So I made that joke, caught him off guard, definitely caught Mike off guard. And then when he realized that Heidi and I were nervous laughing, he had a pretty big nervous laugh. So we're like, all right, ha ha ha. So we're in there. We do our thing with Grim. We love on Grim. And then it's time. It's time for us to go. So we open the door and call him, and she comes in and she grabs Grim, and we leave. And we're crying and we're bawling on the way home. And we have about a 45-minute drive back home. We get all the way back home and we are here 10 minutes and we're quiet and we've been crying and we've been going through Grim memories. And Gunner comes around the corner and his staples are completely ripped open.
Oh, geez.
So we have to now call the vet. We go back to the vet clinic. We have to load him back up. They're closing. They're like, bring him in. Our doctor will stay here longer. We got to load him back in, drive 45 more minutes. He has to go in for like basically a quick surgery. They had to spend about 20 minutes, half hour, where the staples removed. They had to stitch them all back up because it didn't heal right.
Okay.
Got that all taken care of. Able to get back home. And then it's the walking in and it's like, okay, now we have Grimm's bed. Now we have Grimm's food bowl, water bowl, those things. Figuring out what we're doing with those. Again, crying. And talked about him some more. Had the whole Gunner issue going on that we had to deal with that night. And then by the end of the night, I think I was good. And woke up the next day and obviously miss Grimm with all my heart. Have his collar hanging from my rearview mirror. But it was done. And it was like, I think to myself, because my biggest thing was like, am I making the right choice? Like, am I making the right choice? And wholeheartedly believe I did. Like, after it, the day after, 2 days after, now the mourning and the hurt and the pain of having to put him down is completely gone. So now it's just the memories and the stories and the jokes and, you know, all of that and all the goofy stuff he did and the stuff that got him in trouble, all that. But that was Grimm. That was his last day. And I posted pictures on Instagram of like the first day I got him. And like the last 3 photos were like the last 3 photos that I took of him. He was like out on the deck and then, you know, all of that stuff. So for those of you that over the years that have watched this show, that have listened to this show, that have looked at social media and seen me with Grimm and saw us interact with Grimm and pull him up and put him in front of the camera, Grimm has, I don't know if he's gone on to a better place because I don't know if animals do. I know we've had this discussion before, but I don't know if I'm sold on it. But he was a good freaking dog, and it was a funny last day, and he was a good dog. He was a great dog. So that is, yeah, there you go. Well, we'll tip some up to him.
He was a good boy.
He was. I'm touched that you right now are sad for Grimm. That makes me, is, I know this sounds weird, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that Grimm touched that many people. I had a lot of people on social media and stuff reach out and say, "Oh, he was a good boy. I love that dog. I love seeing him."
He was a good boy.
And it's great. It makes me realize what a dick I am that when other people's pets die, I don't reach out to them like people reached out to me. So, yeah, it made me see like what a jerk I am. But yeah, well, I'm sorry to bum you out. I thought you'd find some kind of humor in the story of his last day. We thought it was funny. Heidi and I still chuckle about it.
I think it was hard, Joe. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no,
He's a good boy.
He was. But yeah,
He was cool.
yeah, he was great. And I got him, when he was 3 years old, and I got him at a time like, when I think about the last day, if I want to, I can flip that switch and get emotional, but I compartmentalize. But when I think about the first day and why I got him, like that can choke me up. But it was, I think I told you, if I didn't, I told someone recently, but it was like when I got him, I had just gotten divorced. And it's
Yeah.
like you suddenly find yourself alone certain nights of the week because a judge has told you that you can't see your kids on those days. You know, it's not your day to be a dad. And you come home to an empty house and it's just you in an empty house. And I was like, I can't do this. I need to come home to I need to be able to talk to someone. I swear I was almost going to buy a volleyball like Wilson, and I needed something. And so,
You got a bet upgrade on a volleyball.
yeah, I got a great
He
upgrade.
was so cool.
Yeah. And, you know, and so Grim came along and was freaking rad. Like, ruined so much stuff. He ruined so much stuff.
I
You know,
wasn't there
he-
for that. That's why I'm crying. And it
Yeah.
wasn't my stuff.
No, yeah, but even the stuff he ruined, you know, you can like laugh about. He's a dog. He's a bulldog.
I just
Well,
saw
you
you
know-
fishing him out of the lake because he was
Yep.
too dumb
Yep,
to know he couldn't swim.
He loved, so one of the things that he loved doing, he loved going to a beach and he loved walking out into the water to where it should be over his head. But he kind of sat back on his back legs to keep his head above water. And then he would use his paws to find big rocks and he would pull the rocks up on the shore,
yeah.
you know? And so I think you saw that up
I
north.
saw it was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. And I do have a few videos of that. And it was just funny. He was just a good dog. He listened. You know, I could take him anywhere off a leash and he wouldn't take off running. He just stayed by. I mean, he wasn't going to run, period. He's a little bulldog, but he just stayed by me. And, I remember when I first got him, I'd flip him upside down, like on his back, and I'd hold him and I'd rub his belly. Well, what I didn't realize with dogs, I've learned this since, is that that's a major trust thing. And so a dog, so when I first got him, I'd be like, here, get on your back. I'll rub your belly. And he fought me. He did not want to be on his back. But like over the weeks and months of me owning him, he would let me do it. And then it just got to the point, I mean, these last 5 years, he would come to my feet and he would growl, like he would make this grunt noise, which it was almost like something was annoying him. And I realized about 5 years ago, he wanted to be held. So he would come up to me and just grunt like a pig. And I'd flip him around, flip him over on my back, and then I'd rub his belly and he would go to sleep. So when you see the photos on like my Instagram or Facebook, I have tons of photos of him on his back because he would love just me holding him. He'd put his face in my neck and he would be out cold, man. It was fantastic. And those were the nights, you know, those were the good ones where, you know, you're home alone and you have this little fella. And he went with me from house to house, and every move, every step of my life, whether it was a good choice or a bad choice, he was there. And I made I think in my last Instagram post, I said it, I repeated it, but I'd said it to Heidi first, was that, you know, when you adopt an animal, they talk about your animal finding their forever home. And Grim, you know, moved in with me and moved into about 3 different places as my life changed and went up and down, and moved into one place and left and moved into another place. And then me and Grim found our forever home with Heidi. And so these last 4 years, these last 3 years, he's had a steady house and love and a huge yard and just a great life, just an absolute great life. And so he went out on a good note. He didn't go out completely blind. He didn't go out completely deaf. I mean, probably 90% deaf, probably 50% blind. But, you know, he was able to walk in there and he wasn't crying in pain or anything like that. So he lived a good life. He was a great dog. And so all of you that has shared in his life with me, I wanted to kind of tell you about the last part of his and how that all went down. To me, it's not a horrible thing. So I'm sorry if you're hearing this and you're not laughing along with me. I hope you don't think I'm cold-hearted because that's like I said, it's not how I want it to come across. Like he was a great dog. He was a great dog, and we just had fun. And so I've processed already, and and now can just look at it for what it is, and the funny moments. Even on his last day, the funny moments were pretty good.
I have not processed it yet.
No, apparently you're shook. I didn't think it'd be that way. Now I feel bad. Sorry, buddy.
I do believe dogs have souls.
I hope so.
I think mammals and birds have souls. That's my stretch. But I think that what I know about God and Jesus is that he takes care of hapless, lost things. So I hope it's stupid to be like those things don't have souls. Like there's something in there. There's a personality. I think that we as a culture, especially Christians, have gone that way because it's easier to kill animals for food. But we're past that. Like you can let go of that. You can think that God is good enough that your dog's going to be there.
Yeah. I hope when I get there I hear some barking. Well, he didn't really bark. I hope I would hear some heavy breathing and some snorting, and turn around and him and my other bulldog Abe would be there. I just don't know if they will. I would hope. I don't see what I'm kind of like on the fence. Like I don't, if
Why
they
not?
are awesome.
Like what? Why not? Is God
I mean,
not good?
yeah. I mean, if it, sure. I can't argue or disagree either way. I guess I just don't have an opinion on it. If it is awesome, if not, I get it. I know we've had a big, deep conversation on it before, and I was with you. I remember when we actually had the episode where it was our main topic and you talked about it. I remember that, but, and I was with you, but I guess I kind of forget most of the main points now.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
like
we
in Revelation,
gotta-
it talks about Jesus coming back on a horse. So what is that figurative or like our horses at least in heaven? Like why would that be in there? Like if other animals aren't? I don't get that. Like why do we do this? Why are we like, yeah, people have souls, but these fuckers don't? And that's so we can kill them and not worry about it. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Like
I don't know if it's so we can kill them, right?
I think we justify it in that way. Like we are okay with killing animals, and that's part of it being okay. Is we're just like, well, they're not real. They're just like it's just they're alive, but they don't have souls. And I think we talk about that like that, so we can kill animals. And I'm not saying killing animals is wrong. I'm not making that stretch, but like I think we take that stance, especially in Christianity, because it for millennia has served us to survive. Like to be like, yeah, we have to survive. We have to kill this animal.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, like for a farmer, right? Like for someone who is like a pig farmer, Like that would be pretty brutal for that guy to think that every single pig that he's slaughtering, like that would be brutal. So I get that. I would think I'm the minority when it comes to pets. I think everyone with pets like loves their pets and wants to believe that that animal is there.
I don't think everybody, but
A
a lot of people are just like, man, I hope Benji's
what
there.
percentage? What percent? I would think 80% of people who have
Probably
pets.
right.
Yeah.
Or if they're atheists, they're just like, I hope the light gets turned off for me, just like you, Fido.
Yeah.
Like it's just like unplugging a TV set and you're
Yeah.
at peace.
But like Christians specifically, like people who believe or anyone who believes in a beyond, I would have to say 80%, if not more, think that they would go there. I think I'm just the dude, like I think I'm just in the minority, and I understand that. That kind of thinks, maybe.
Why
I don't
do you
know.
think that?
I don't know.
What is it? Think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it next time.
Let's talk about it with Jared Fries.
Okay.
Because we got to click over. And
is it time?
Yeah. If you want, we can stop this. We can do a half hour with Jared.
I want to talk about this next week.
And he only has a half hour.
About my father-in-law, who was a farmer. I want to talk about that. Okay.
So I sent you Jared's email.
Oh, hold on. We have to say goodbye to these people.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye, assholes.
Oh.
How do we say it? Piece of pizza. I mean, we love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Suckers.